Hello guys, today we're gonna play a short interactive story called Bones. So, let's begin. Silence. You lay on the ground in complete darkness. So I presume this is the images. I have to click this, okay. Okay. The darkness is so thick that you can't see anything, no matter how hard you try. There's no single ray of light in here. So we have some choices to make. Try to stand up or be still and try to hear what is around you. Let's stand up. You gather your strength and stand up. Clash. You hit the ceiling midway and drop down. Weird. You don't feel any pain. Oh no, I think we are like dead or something. So now we have the two choices. Try to be silent and hear anything, or stretch your hand forward and crawl. Let's hear. No, let's just crawl. No, the images changes. As you slowly move forward while trying to feel the surroundings with your hand, you start to understand that you're in some kind of small tunnel. Cold hands of fear snap your throat. You can't make any sound. The only thing that is occupying your mind right now is the thought of getting out now. So we have to continue to crawl. So we're like trapped in some tunnels, or it's pretty much like a horror movie. Suddenly you stumble on a rock formation. Maybe the part of the ceiling collapsed? Fear strikes you harder. You begin to shake. Try to find a way around with your hands. So this is like the only option here for now. As you move your hands around rocks, you understand that the tunnel breaks into two branches. Which one should you take? Definitely the one on the left. Maybe the one on the right? Left or right? Well, I'm a right person, so let's just choose this one. That's a hole. You decided to take the right path, and rightly so. As you crawled farther and farther, the tunnel became somewhat bigger. After a few turns in complete darkness, you found yourself in front of a big hole. Peek into the hole or jump? But if we cannot see, let's just peek into the hole. Not hoping to see anything, you decide to peek into the hole. To your surprise, you've noticed a faint light somewhere below. It's hard to say if the height of the fall is dangerous. So either we jump or either we continue to look. But if we only just look, who knows? Let's just jump. If we don't feel any pain, then I think we're okay. Yep. Oh. The Hesley jumped down the hall with a desire to leave the dark tunnel as fast as possible. Bam! You fell down with a lot of noise. The height of the jump turned out to be pretty safe. Well, I made some great decisions till now. Huh? Oh no. As your vision slowly adapts to this new environment, the shape of a room starts to appear before you. A first positive thought lights up in your mind. Light, at least. You strained your spine with an awful crackling sound. Something big exhaled in your back. Something was awakened by the noise. You slowly turn around while shaking in fear. I presume it's gonna eat us. Damn it. Yeah, so that's the monster. The only thing that you manage to notice is a row of big curved teeth and an awful crackling sound of your own bones. Bad luck? The end. Yeah, so I thought that we kinda escaped, but I guess the noise was too loud. Go to the checkpoint. Well, we have to play it again. Yeah, Master is kinda cool. Okay, so this is the checkpoint. Pick into the fall or jump. Let's just pick. Okay. Now continue to look. Ah, of course. Because if I jumped, I make noise, so the stairs are more accessible. As you continue to peer into the hall, you notice a few small steps etched on its corner. You can use them to descend. Smart me. You carefully descend into the hall by using the small steps. You land onto your feet without any sound. That's great because I think now the monster is gone. So we have only one choice to look around. The room that you're is rather big. A set of peculiar small lanterns burn in the niche in the opposite wall. You see a small doorway leading outside. While continuing to look around, you also notice that something quietly snores in the dark corner. Yep, that's the monster there. Is still hiding. But is it really like this door is leading outside? So we approach the corner or slowly move towards the exit. I good thing we played the other ending, so now we know that the master is there and we are going to the exit no matter what. A small doorway leads outside the room. You peek outside and see a long corridor. Big stone arches support its ceiling. Between them you can see similar niches that you saw in the room. Some of them are filled with small lanterns. So I guess we really picked the right one now. So let's just leave the room. I love the small drawings. You exit the room. You carefully move to the long corridor. Every surface is covered with a thick layer of dust. It is quiet like in a grave. Nobody walked this place for years or even decades. Who lit the lanterns in the walls then? That's a really good question. But we already know that. I think it's the master. I don't know if he just light the lanterns just like that. The corridor seems pretty long. In the far end of it, you can see a massive door. You also can see that there is a couple of rooms on each side of the corridor. They're in a few steps from you. Proceed to the end of the corridor. Yeah, let's just move out, because who knows. Oh, so this is the door. Okay, the massive door appears before you. It looks like it's made of bronze and it's covered in patina. Its whole surface is covered with an intricate carving. On the left side of the door, you can see weird creatures of all shapes and sizes that turn their faces away from the center of the composition. Some of them are in their knees. Some are just standing. Some look like they're dead. Even the metal on this part of the door is darker. One of those creatures resembles a deformed humanoid with many arms. You can swear that you've seen it before. You try to remember where, but you can't. Well, because we already died and that monster ate us, so I presume that's the humanoid with the many arms. You unconsciously look back at the other side of the corridor. There's nothing, a dead end. You feel that your recent memories fade away. You try to remember how you get here, but you fail. This is getting weird. So this is the door, huh? Interesting. In the center of the composition, you can see some kind of a rift or a portal. On the right side of it, you can see a scene of battle. The same creatures that you've seen on the opposite side of the door are now fighting. They're fighting with mighty warriors that carry giant swords, with menacingly looking mages that wear exotic stuffs and scepters, with rangers, assassins, and other kind of people that you struggle to name. In the right corner of this complex composition, you can see an image of a big chest. You notice that the keyhole in the chest's lock is not just an image, it's real. Maybe you can open this door, if only you had the key. Oh no, we have to inspect other doors. Oh no. There are two rooms on the left and one on the right side of the corridor. Which one do you want to inspect? The left one on the room on the right. That's pretty hard decision. Left. Right. Right. You see a small wooden door. Nothing special. No lock, just a plain wooden door with a handle. It is the most ordinary door that you've ever seen. Maybe even too ordinary for such a weird place. Oh no, something's going to happen. Push the door or observe? Let's just observe the door. You decide to watch that especially ordinary door a little bit more. As you stand still before the most boring and standard door that you've ever seen, you start to ponder your own intellect. This is just a damn door. Are you too paranoid or just plain stupid? Minute goes like an hour. You're starting to feel ashamed of yourself. But wait, it can't be real. As you stand in the complete silence, you start to notice that the door breathes. Maybe it's not paranoia then. So the door is like alive. Touch the door or back away from this door. Let's just back away. Left one. So I'm gonna choose the left one. The room's door is half opened. It's made of simple wood, yet it's adorned with some bronze decals that resemble the carving of the main door. Yeah, I think this is it. Open the door. Oh no. It's a trap. Yeah. You gently push the door. It opens with ease as if its hinge were recently oiled. You quickly look inside. This room is pretty big. The ceiling is a lot higher than in the corridor. You glance on the stone floor. The most part of the surface is completely bare. There's nothing. You can see a bunch of skeletons shuttered closer to the edge of the room and covered with spider web. They either sit right on the floor or on small Savarola chairs. Bunch of skeletons, huh? I presume this is the dungeon. Ah. The ceiling is covered with lanterns hanging off on the chains on different lights. They are similar to those that you've seen in the corridor's niche. Besides that, there's nothing interesting in the room. Wait a minute. One lantern is somehow different from the others. I think that's the key. We have the key. You notice that one of the lanterns that hangs closer to the middle of the room is way different from the others. Its encasing is filled with tiny slots that resemble a key. Purple light shines through those tiny holes. Just look around, because I have a bad idea if we get closer. I think it's maybe too easy to have the key there. The room looks rather dull. Besides the skeletons, their small chairs and the lanterns, there's nothing else to look at. Well, if you don't count the impressive amount of bones, vertebrae, and other parts of human skeleton that are lying closer to the door. Walk towards the peculiar lantern or kick one of the bones forward. Well, because the game is called Bones, I think we know why. So let's kick one of the bones. To your surprise, the bone falls right through the floor, a few steps away from you. Weird. Right. Take over, okay? The bone safely lands on the stone floor. You decide to take a bunch of bones and check the path to the lantern the same way. It works. Oh, there are so many keys. Huh. Finally, you've made it to the middle of the room. The weirdly looking lantern hangs right before you. Observe the lantern or open it. Let's observe it because we know something is wrong. This particular thing looks way more interesting than its counterparts. Its case is made of dark glossy metal covered with rust. On its sides, you can see small slots that resemble keys of weird shapes and different sizes. Through these slots, you can see a purple-ish glow. Carefully open the lantern. You reach out to the thing. With care, you open the frontal part of the case. Inside of it floats a small fireball. It shimmers with purplish colors. Oh no, we're gonna die, right? So close. Okay, albeit the common sense, you reach with your hand to touch the flame. It doesn't affect you in any way, it just passes through it. At this moment, the flame suddenly shrinks and blasts outside the lantern. For a second, it stays near your face and then flies out of the room like an owl towards the big bronze door. Another couple of seconds later, an awful shriek pierces the room. It's unbearable. One, or try to cover your ears. Let's just run. Huh? Oh no. On the second step, you suddenly realize that the floor beneath you feet is gone. You immediately lose balance and fall into the pit. While falling, you manage to see that the bottom to which you're approaching with great speed is filled with big spiked grinders. Ah. Thud, you've landed on one of them. Click, click, tack. An unseen mechanism is being activated behind the walls, and you hear a humming sound around you. The grinders slowly start to spin. In fear, you run towards the wall while trying to find another to grab onto, but your efforts are fruitless. You can hear the crackling sound on your own body. Soon there's nothing but dust that is left on you. The end. I've got another bad ending. I love this.